Hello, let's solve a Tapa-Like loop. This one's called 3.14. It's by Serkan Yürekli, and I sourced this from GM Puzzles. There's a link in the description. Now, the rules as written in GM Puzzles are mostly, hey, it's a Tapa, but we're drawing a loop, and there's no 2x2. The rest of the wording is kind of missing a lot of important Tapa rules, so I'm going to go over them carefully, and I apologize that I'm not allowed to change these links from GM Puzzles, so I'm not going to update the rules. But I'm going to go over them with you right now. So first of all, we are going to be drawing a loop in the grid. That's our goal. We're going to be drawing a loop. Now the loop is not allowed to enter clue cells. So this would not be allowed. This would not be allowed. We cannot enter clue cells. Clue cells are never part of the loop. In addition to that, the loop is non-intersecting. This is an intersection. The loop cannot intersect. A good way to think about that is every cell that's part of the loop, it's got cells have four borders. Every single cell that's part of the loop has the loop crossing exactly two borders. We can't cross three borders. We can't cross four borders. This crosses four borders. That's an intersection. That's no good. All right. So we're going to be drawing a loop now. The rule for the clues, the way the clues clue our loop, is this four, for example, is going to say, hey, we have exactly four cells used by the loop, and the loop visits once. It's going to be a single four-length segment that visits the loop, that the loop visits our clue, and then the other four are not visited by our loop. So these four are visited, and it's visited once. So what we can't do is something like this, where you have a 3 and a 1. That does add to 4. There are, well, I guess this isn't a 3 and 1. This is a 3 and 1. There are 4 occupied, but it's not by a single segment, so that's not allowed. Now, if there's multiple numbers specified, like this 1, 4, that tells us that we might be doing something like this, for example, where these 4 are occupied and this 1 is occupied, these 3 aren't, and it's a segment of length 1, basically a segment that comes in and touches 1 cell, and a segment that comes in and touches 4 cells before leaving. So you can't leave and come back and still count as 4, right? Hopefully that's clear. Did I cover all the rules? Can't enter the clues. You are allowed to do 2x2. So if you're used to Tapa where you can't do 2x2s, this one you are allowed to. I think I covered it. I really hope I did. Anyway, I'm going to get started right now. All right. So I noticed these ones in the corner. This seems pretty forced. So remember I said that the loop always crosses exactly 2 borders? Well, we can't cross here because that enters a clue. And we can't leave the grid. So if we took this cell, if this cell was part of the loop, it would have to do this. And that uses 2 cells of our 1, which is not allowed. So we can't take this guy. So we could like X that out, for example. And that makes this a corner here because the 1 is either going to take that one or that one. It's going to have to take that one. So we take that corner. I really don't think we need those X's though. And now the 3 needs to use 3 of them. We can't use this one, so it's going to use the 3 that remain. We're going to do that. Okay, the 4 can't continue here, so the 4 continues down here, and then it has to leave either down or right. It's not going to take this cell. I'm going to kind of border off the rest of the 4 just to remind myself that we can't enter there because I don't have another good way to do that. All right. So this one has to continue because it's not going to go down. That was already helpful. I think that's as far as I can go right now. I'm going to do this corner now. So we're going to do the exact same thing. This could go left. It could go up. Let's think about these 1, 3, 4s. So the 1, 3, 4s, that adds to 8. So we're going to use every single cell. So every cell surrounding is going to be part of a segment. We have a segment of length 1, 3, and 4. The segment of length 1 has to be a corner. Like, thinking about these mid cells, and I think these edge sort of the non-corner cells, I don't know what to call them, the middle cells. These ones can't enter the clue, right? So in order to use 2 out of these 3 border crossings, one of them at least is going to go up or down. And once we do that, it's not the 1 clue anymore. So the 1 clue can't use these mid cells. They got to use a corner. And so it could use this corner, it could use this corner, it could use this corner. But that's good to know. And we're using all the cells. So this one then, we have to do that. And this one we have to do that because this middle cell is used. And there's only one way in and out. It's only 2 borders to use. Okay. This one, the corner for the 1 is either going to be here or here. This one, ooh, we can't use this corner. So we're going to have to use this corner. Obviously, we're not using these ones. So this is the one. So this is now a corner because we have to use it. It's only got one, like we can't do that, right? We can't do that. So we're going to have to take that corner, and then this better get out by connecting. This better get out by connecting. That's our 4. So this can't go right. That would be 5. It's got to go down. So if this is our 4, does that mean... Yeah, so I can't take 3 this way, because if I take 3 this way, then this would have to be a 1. We already proved that those can't be 1s. So in order to avoid taking 2 corners, I'm going to have to do this or this, but this would intersect. So I'm going to do that for my 3. It's got to leave here, and it's got to leave here. And then this is our corner for the 1. Now, this is already a 4, so this is our 3. That's also the same logic we could have used for our 3. All right. Okay, so we have 2 exits to this area. We have this exit that we already have drawn, and we have this exit. So we better take this exit. In fact, we're using all these cells. It's another 314, and that's a corridor that we had to take. Thank you to these X's for reminding me of that. And I think we proved that that makes it the 4. And so the 3 has to be one of these corners, so it's got to be this corner. I wonder if it's always the opposite corner of the 4. I don't know. But then this is going to be our 1, and then the 4 continues here. So these can't connect. This goes up, and this goes around there. Okay. This is going to come down. This is interesting. Not how I expected that to connect up. But yeah, that's 3. This is 4. This is the 1. What about this guy then? Or yeah, I guess so. We can keep thinking about these. Where's our corner for this guy? Oh, I have... Okay, so something actually I can do right away is this can't enter this area. We can't have 3 ends all in kind of a dead end area. So this better leave before it does that. Well, first of all, we can't go... maybe it's simpler than that. Yeah, it's simpler than that. We can't go left because that would make a little loop here. A loop that doesn't include all the loop. And we can't go down because this is now isolated. It can't get out. So we're going to go right. So this is our 3. We're going to do that. And this is our 4. So we're going to do that. And then this is our 1. Okay, easy peasy. Now, these aren't going to connect. And this isn't going to go in the clue. So this is going to go up. 1, 1, and 3. So what 2 corners are going to be my 1? Not this corner. In fact, this is our 3. And it's going to leave. And this corner doesn't work. It would hit this clue. So we got to take this corner. It's going to continue there. We're not going to enter that. And we're going to take this corner. I think this connects to here. And this connects to here, and that connects to there. I think that's what I'm seeing. We'll see if that's accurate. What about this? So this got the 1 and the 1. So we're not entering these 2 cells at all. We can cordon that off. So this is going to have to keep coming through. This is going to be our 4 then, not the 1, which clearly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we leave. We go up. It's the only way to go. The 1 could do this. In fact, that's the only way it's going to work. So the 1 does that. Let's think about this 3, 4. So one of these cells around it is not occupied. This middle cell, if it was not occupied... Well, hold on. I think this just has to turn right, to be honest. Yeah, if this was unoccupied, then this would also be unoccupied, because the only way that this is occupied is if we use all 3. And so if this is unoccupied, this is also unoccupied. This is not allowed. So we gotta do this. And that's the 4. So we better continue up and then connect here. So we don't dead end. And then we need the 3, which is going to do that. That's our unoccupied one then. This turns, these connect, and we're done. All right, very cool. That was fun. I enjoyed that, actually. I like loop puzzles, and I like Tapa, so the combination, of course, was also great. Cool. Well, how'd you do?